Individuals might feel lost when facing harsh situations in life. But have you ever wondered what if these challenges could lead to something rewarding? Hi everyone, and welcome to the Tales of Lost. Honestly, designing the good mud people was a wild ride. I want to keep the resemblance with the swamp group, but over time they need to change a bit because of the environment. Also, interacting with the outside world should impact their outfits too. That's why I tried to give them a more civil look by overalls and stuff. Even tried to imagine what it'd be like if they attend some royal event. Keeping the essence of lack of being civil and combining it with a miserable attempt to look like city people was so fun to imagine. Previously, we talked about how mud people have their unique ability to manipulate the elements of anything. Part of their group has been kicked out from the settlement. This time, we will find out what happened to the exiled group. What did they do after being kicked out from their homes? How did they manage to survive? And what way is more rewarding after they faced death? If you haven't watched the previous video about this race, you can check it out from the right corner or from the channel. If you are a newcomer, welcome. If you are interested in world building projects and fantasy world settings, you are in the right place. It would be great if you like the video and subscribe to the channel. We also have a small Discord community. If you want to be part of it, you are very welcome. Actually, the main starting point of mud people, I know I'm so bad with names, was creating a crafter race but avoiding the classic fantasy setup. I don't like to label the races I created as dwarves, elves, orcs, etc. I am inspired mostly by when the world setup has originality and some basics of the fantasy. In my opinion, old ways shouldn't be considered as law. Everyone should be free to use non-binary or transgenders as warriors and assassins without creating a minor controversy over social media platforms. If you want to check it, it was on Reddit. It was hilarious. Anyway, hope my nameless mud people give you some inspiration to push yourself out of your comfort zone. Without further ado, let's see how those innocent folks find their way to survive. After invasion of the other group, leaving the swamp felt like a torture. Their bodies adapted to the conditions of humid dark place under the sheet of trees became their disadvantage now. They ran to the next forest as quickly as they could, but sunlight pierced through leaves, stabbing like arrows into their giant sensitive eyes, even through the eyelids. Using a piece of fabric was comforting, but this place cannot be their new home after all. There was no point to go back and have a truce with their brothers and sisters too, since the other party already chose the violence. So whether it should be a cave or another swamp, with the hope of finding a new home, their wandering journey has started. Because of drastic changes in their appearance, moving into any city could be tricky. At least this was what they assumed. Couple of days later, before one of those torturing dawns, they found themselves at the entrance of a cave. Welcomed themselves with a fear of the unknown. And there was this feeling again. Not the same as when they found the swamp, but its comfort wrapped around them like a hug. Moist air in the cave was relieving. Temperatures was relaxing, partnered by the breeze dancing around them. Their adornment was cut when the first ray of sunlight got in from the entrance. Quickly moved deeper into the cave and came to a very big opening. Settled down and set themselves with possible comfort to fall asleep. Next morning when packing, maybe with the burden of an idea of finding a new home, they didn't want to leave. Few of them started talking about the possibility of turning this cave into their new home. And then the rest of them joined the discussion. In the end, they couldn't find any reason not to. Yes, it wasn't a swamp, but definitely suits their introverted lifestyle. First thing to do was explore every part of the cave, not to invade someone else's home. and the second to do something with the entrance to be certain there is no more invasion. After hours of exploration, they found an underground lake with clean water and no sign of residents. With the ability to manipulate particles of anything, they started to remodel walls of the cave by creating houses and stairs around the lake they found. Weeks of working turned this place into a more beautiful place than their old swamp. Ornaments, columns, sleek stairs, and painting they did, which tell their history. Every piece of their new city greets each other elegantly and aesthetically as possible. Next thing is doing what they can do best and create element bars and start getting back to the business. They prepared new samples to sell or exchange them with other crafters in close cities. After the moon came up, they were divided into small groups and hit the road. Each and every artisan from jeweler to alchemist, blacksmith to goldsmiths were grateful after their little fellows knocked their doors in the middle of the night. With the greater than support, artisans paid double the amount they used to after they have listened to the tragic story of them. They hurried up to go back to the cave to share the excitement of the crafters and all those valuables they got delivered. It was a long but very rewarding night. Their happiness filled the entire cave, with the celebration lasting almost until the next evening. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. How did you like the story of Mud People? If you have any feedback, you can leave them in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It helps a lot to push the video and the channel to the wider audience. Until the next one.